Now for serving. Serving for the introductory or novice player can at times be one of the most difficult to learn. We have Paul here right now, and what we're going to get Paul to do is, you'll notice his chair is at a 45-degree angle to his target, which is the serving square over there. He wants his ball to land in that square. The first thing we'll teach in a serve is tossing. The toss is the most important aspect of the serve. When we toss the ball, we need to toss from our fingers, not from our palm. The fingers is where we have the most sensation and we can control the ball the best. We want to toss the ball up, out in front of us. I call it getting to the L. We get to the L, and then we reach up and snap our wrist at the top of the swing, bringing the racket down. We want to come up together, we want to go down together, and we want to come up together. All right? Paul is served maybe 20 times in his life, and we're going to see what he does here. Very good, Paul. Remember the wrist snap at the top of the swing? Notice Paul's coming down together and going up together. Now there we had a little his toss came a little far behind us. Paul, we want that toss out in front. All right, now a common question is the adjustments. What are we going to do when a ball is long or a ball is short or into the net? What we need to do, almost all adjustments are in our toss. You'll notice all introductory servers, almost all servers, have problems with their toss. We do not want to be chasing our toss. We want to find a place where the toss is familiar, where we're always hitting the same swing. Now, if Paul is continually hitting the ball deep, a logical guess would be that his toss was somewhat behind him. If Paul was driving the ball into the net too often, the logical guess would be that toss was too far in front. Also notice Paul is working from the short court. This is a great place to teach your serving for your introductory players. Again, that toss is a little behind you, Paul. Toss that ball out in front. There you go. Paul, I want you to go ahead and reach out like this, out in front. That's where you want your toss. Look up there. You want to be able to reach for that ball. Don't let that ball drop, and go ahead and reach for it. Now, we had a little toss issue there. Okay? We're going to throw the ball from our fingertips. Now, look at your chair. It's 45 degrees towards its target. There it is, Paul. Very nice. Now, the next thing we need to incorporate is service return. For that, we're going to bring Carl in. And the biggest thing on the return is that we are able to hit and then recover back to the middle to play the next ball. Let's see how Carl does. Let's see how Paul does here. It's a nice, very nice, Carl. Now, Carl needs to recover quicker back to the middle of the court. He did a good job in coming forward and hitting the ball, but he needs to do a better job of recovering back. Okay, Carl? Okay, that's where you learn the all-important value of the call out. Okay, that was just wide. Carl hit, and now watch as Carl's recovered. Very nice job, Carl. Now, we want to snap the wrist at the top of the swing because that's where we're going to generate our racket speed. Racket speed is key on the serve. We want to accelerate at the top of the swing instead of decelerating. It's important that even though there is a second bounce allowed in wheelchair tennis, that we attack the ball on the first bounce. What I'm going to do now is I have all three players on the other side of the court, and I'm going to hit a shorter ball, and I'm going to push them to take the ball in the first bounce, thus bringing them into the court so they can drive the ball through the court. All right, Paul, here we go. First bounce, Paul. First bounce. All right, next in line's Carl. Let's go, Carl. I want you to come on that first bounce, attack that ball, attack it. Very nice, Carl. Josh, here we go. Off the first bounce, Josh. Don't let it bounce twice. Very good, Josh. All right, now we're going to go on the backhand side. Off the first bounce. Here we go. Very nice, Paul. All right, a little shorter ball. I'm going to test Carl here. He's got to come forward. Very nice, Carl. All right, Josh, here we go. First bounce, buddy. Good. All right, let's try it again on the backhand side. And I'm really going to hit the ball at a little more of an angle. So you got to push even more. Close that racket face, Paul. Here we go. Very nice. And here we go, Josh. Come on, Josh. Get there, buddy. Nice try. Now, that is hitting off the first bounce. As I said before, spin wins. We want to create spin. Now, I'm going to hit some shorter balls. And gentlemen, I want you, when you hit this ball shorter, you're going to be closer to the net, to lead with the top edge of your racket. That will create a natural topspin. Tendency of ours sometimes is to open the face, but we want to drop our hands below the ball and lead with the top edge of the racket. Okay, here we go, Paul. Come forward. Lead with that top edge. Come on, where's that first bounce, Paul? Carl, forward. Now that is spin. Nice job, Carl. Here we go. Oh, you better get away from that. Push right to that ball now. Here we go. Paul, top spin. There you go. Lead with the top edge of the racket, Paul. Very nice, Carl. Come on, Josh. I'm waiting for you, buddy. Here you go. Good, Josh. All right, Paul. One bounce this time. Paul's not hitting the ball in the first bounce. We're going to get him to hit the ball in the first bounce. There is spin. Nice shot, Paul Morrell. Now we don't want to move laterally. Like I said before, we need to move in angles. So Josh, even though he hit that on his second bounce, I like the fact that he came forward. Okay, Paul, we're going to get Paul to lead with that top edge of the racket. Now Paul had one or two more pushes left in him before he hit the ball. That's another common mistake by the introductory player is reaching for the ball instead of pushing. Carl here is going to show us exactly how to push to the ball and hit the ball with spin. Very nice, Carl. Now again, the key there, when we want to hit with spin off the forehand, is that we lead with the top edge. That is topspin. Hitting the ball cross court. We want to teach our players how to hit the ball cross court. It's important because they get to hit the ball out in front is key, and the net is 6 inches shorter. A cross court shot is hitting the ball diagonally from one side of the court, diagonally to this side of court. All right, Josh, here we go. Out in front, Josh. Okay, here we go, Paul. That's all right. Paul was trying to hit it over here to my right. Come on, Carl. There's a cross-court shot. Now, we need to push to the ball. Now, what is also important is that when we're pushing, we need to sometimes stop our chair and set our chair. If we keep pushing through the ball, you've just seen what happens. The ball will get right up on you. Just go, Paul. Hit that ball cross court, set your chair. Just drop our hands below the ball. Hit the ball cross court. Very nice. Let's go, Josh. Now set your chair this time. Stop. Again, Josh didn't set his chair. His chair rolled right through the ball. This is a common mistake for the introductory player. Now we're going to put him a little wider. Set your chair, Josh. See how your chair's still rolling, Josh? Josh right now is having a problem setting his chair, putting on the brakes, and hitting. Come on, your hand went below the ball. There's a nice, beautiful cross-court shot. Drop your hands below the ball, Paul. Now, Paul's having a problem, we talked about this earlier, of not keeping our wrist firm. You've noticed Paul's just snapping his wrist through the hitting zone, and that's another common tendency for the introductory player. All right, Carl. Scoot there. You got to get out the way there, young man. Very nice. All right, now we're going to go to the cross-court backhand. What's really valuable in the cross-court backhand is that we got to prepare early, okay? Another common problem for the introductory player is late preparation on the backhand because that racket's got to come all the way across our body. Paul will be going first. Again, Paul did not push forward to the ball there. Good, Josh. Now we got to push in, boys. Very good, Carl. All right, Paul, moving that angle. Moving that angle. Very good, Paul. Very good. Josh, that was my fault. I'm sorry, buddy. Here we go. Okay, now Carl there is also having a problem setting his chair, stopping and hitting. He's pushing right through it. Thus, he's not able to drive the ball as well. Very nice, Paul. Again, Josh, we need to set our chair, stop, put the brakes on, okay, and hit. Okay, here we go, another cross court. Very nice. The cross court shot is so important, okay? When we get in the rally situation, when everything's happening so fast, we want to instinctually be able to hit the cross court shot. Now, we're always wanting our players to feel the ball on the strings, have control of the ball. I like to teach drop shots as a specialty shot. One drill I like to do is see if our players can hit the ball and it bounce 3 times before it gets to this service line. What we want to do is really shorten our backswing so we hardly have a backswing and just feel the ball, open the racket face, and bring it forward. Very nice, Carl. Rotate out of the way, please. Here we go. Very good. This drill is great because it allows us to just feel the ball on our strings. Right there, Josh had a bit of a backswing. We want to eliminate that. There we go. Carl had no backspring, brought the racket forward. The ball bounced 3 times before the service line. Little big backswing there, Paul. Paul, we need to shorten that backswing. Josh, no backswing. There, that's all right. Feel that ball in the strings. There's no follow through either. What this just allows our introductory player is to know that there's more than just bringing the racket back and bringing it forward. We need to use this whole court, and specialty shots, such as that nice shot, Josh, are a good way to do that. Now we're going to go off the backhand side. Very nice, Paul. Come on, Josh. Don't bring that racket back so much. Again, Josh, we need Josh to set his chair instead of just rolling through it. Like right there, Carl did a nice job of setting his chair, but Carl opened his racket face too much and created too much of an underspin. And here we go, Josh. It's all right, Josh. Very nice, Carl. 1, 2. Almost a perfect drop shot by Carl. Now again, the key to the drop shot is to really almost eliminate your backswing, bring the racket forward, open your racket face, and deaden the ball. That is a drop shot. Another exciting concept of wheelchair tennis is the one-up, one-down, where you'll play a doubles match with 2 able-bodied partners and 2 wheelchair partners. This allows, obviously, for interaction with the able-bodied world and to compete against able-bodied people. There is a great joy for myself being able to compete against someone like yourself in the able-bodied world. I love pounding the ball like that. I love trying to execute, and I love trying to win over my able-bodied partner. Tennis translates so well into the able-bodied world because we can do that. For example, my friend of mine, who is also in a chair, and I will play his wife and my girlfriend in a doubles match. And it just adds another layer to our relationship, to our friendship, and just to everything we do, that we are able to compete on a level field like that. Tennis it needs a lot of enthusiasm if you're going to teach it. So know your stuff, know your drills, know your skills, but more than anything, just be enthusiastic and have your heart involved, and everything will be fine. Thank you.